Alright guys, welcome back to Total Immersion Racing TIR, the career mode, here on the Combustion Gamer 2 channel. And we are going to be racing in part 2 of our career mode here as we go racing at Springfield. And I forget what the next track is. I'm going to guess it's probably going to be Austria, followed by Germany's Hockenheim, but I don't remember at the exact moment. But anyways, let's hop into the race. So here we go, we got the track info, so it's 2.73 miles. We got the lap records there, and also has a very nice hairpin corner coming up. So let's hit the track here. So I did go through and I did switch a setting in graphics. I don't know if that's going to improve anything or not, because it was running on a 16-bit on the resolution. Now it's a 32-bit, so I'm not sure if that's really going to make much of a difference. It looked a little bit crisper, steadier with the 32-bit running, but as I said, I didn't notice exactly a whole lot of difference on my end, so we'll see if it changes anything on the video end. So I played around with those settings just a little bit, see if we could get it any better, but I think either way we're probably going to be stuck with what we got here, which honestly it's fine. The game works, so that is what I like. So let's go racing here in America at Springfield Raceway. Let's go. Oh, beautiful for spacious tracks, where we race at speeds that break necks. So on and so forth. Actually sounds like a song that should be made. Racetracks, the beautiful American version. What about that here? Alrighty, so this is one of my favorite old-time tracks. Obviously, Sebring's a lot of fun, very fast track, very technical, but we haven't quite unlocked that track yet. Getting into, I don't know who this is, probably Blackwood, as per usual, but very fast-paced track here. A lot of nice technical corners and lots of braking zones, as long as the car doesn't spin out. I also feel a sneeze coming on, so if you hear a loud achoo, pardon me. Oh dear. One thing that I might have to go through is there is another setting to change the shadows, because as you can see the shadows popping in and out is kind of irritating, so that might be one thing that I end up reducing or removing just to be able to make it run a little bit better. I don't think it doesn't really seem like it's stuttering or anything. To me it's annoying to see them pop in and out, so that's just a personal preference over a need to have that redone. So let me know what you guys think, and obviously I'll keep on playing around with this game as long as I have it working, which, as I said, working really good. So what, as we're racing here, what I had to do to get this game to work on, what is this, my HP Slimline. It's an old computer. I've had it for quite a while now, and it's honestly, it has produced somewhere in the range of over 1,200 videos before I moved to the new gaming computer for my video creation, and also for gaming stuff for now in the future. But it's a tough little computer. It only came with one fan to keep the cooler, keep the cord at a cool temperature. Woo, and there we go. That's what I like about this track. You can do some two-wheeling. A lot of fun. But anyways, where was I? So anyways, old computer that we're running this on. I can't get this to run on the new computer. But what you have to do is go to troubleshooting diagnostics on an older computer or laptop. One that preferably doesn't have Windows 11 on it, preferably Windows 10 or older, and what you need to be able to do is switch the settings so that it runs on Windows XP. I think this runs on you can switch it around to run on like Windows 7 type settings, but it takes a little bit of work to get that to work. But currently have it running on the old Windows XP settings, and that seems to be making it work really good so far. But yeah, that's what you have to do. And then also, if you have a virus protector, you have to, for me anyways, my particular defender, what do you want to call it? I don't know what you call it. The virus thing that keeps viruses from running on your computer and stuff. That thing. I had to basically turn it off whenever I'm on this game. Luckily I'm not on the internet, so shouldn't be getting too much of anything on the computer, but you just turn that off for like an hour or as long as you're playing it, and it works just fine. And since I'm not on the internet when playing this, it seems like it works fine. Shouldn't be much of a security risk. But yeah, game runs very, very good. And also there's not much of this computer to be destroyed anyways other than this game, so luckily not too much of importance on here if anything does end up messing up, but still. So we're racing here. This is one of my favorite cars. I mean, it's just a right in front of me here, one of the most beautiful cars in the game in my opinion. Just that old style of like GT Daytona, what is it? Yeah, prototype Daytona. Just that kind of classic look of a car. We really do like it. And obviously we've got the shortcut where we can go flying in the air if you hit it at just the right speed. Currently we're having a really good race and leading our class, which is what we need to do for the point standings. Get off the grass. And currently we're chasing down I think it's called the Sentra or the Centura, something like that. That's the car that we're currently racing against up here, and he's in the GTS class, so just more for position than anything else is what we're racing him for. But yeah, the game seems to be working fine. Haven't had any bugs that I've had to look at. Obviously you got like graphics popping in, but honestly that's just what this game was back in the day, so honestly that's just kind of normal. Alright, we got the fastest lap currently. That is the hardest corner on the track right there if you don't hit the braking zone correctly. But yeah, I love this track. I love the back and forth in the corners. It's a very fun track. And then you got obviously the Springfield Short, which is also fun to race as well. So we got to watch this corner right up here. Because you hit that just right, and as you saw earlier on, we go two-wheeling around that corner. So pretty crazy stuff for sure. But yeah, we got the Power Horse energy drink. Obviously that's supposed to be Red Bull, but it's the Power Horse energy drink. Get Power Horse energy drink today. And then we got Moog in here, Moog Racing Parts. We also got Champion in here, Earls. So a lot of big names apparently actually did sign on to let their sponsors and stuff in game. I mean, obviously you got Bosch on the Audi here, you got PlayStation, you got actual Red Bull on here on this particular game. I mean, maybe there was a Power Horse energy drink, but I don't think that there actually was. But if there was, let me know in the comments below. I've never actually looked that up, and I probably should have before saying that, but hey, I always thought it was a fictional play on of Red Bull myself for whatever reason. So if it's an actual energy drink, or was an actual energy drink, let me know in the comments below and I will take a look at that. But yeah, a lot of different licensing had to go into this game, and it's pretty neat. So now one thing that we could do to make this race shorter is we could have stopped right there at the line, waited to be lapped. But you know what, I actually wanted to race the entire laps on this track because this track is fun. I've always loved this track. It's just the back and forth, the different curves. It's not flat. It is a fun track to drive in this game. And I honestly have no idea what happened to this track. And also, honestly, I don't know if this was a fictional track or if it was real. I know Sebring's real, obviously, but I'm not sure on this one. I've never actually looked up this track to see if it actually exists. So I probably should do that. I'm very interested because this is a fun track to drive. And if it's a real track, that would be pretty cool, all things considered. But yeah, once you get up to the faster cars in Pro, it is a lot of fun. So currently we are just decimating the GT field. Things do get a little bit harder as you get into the faster cars that may or may not handle as good. And we're just having fun out here on track, just doing what this car isn't actually supposed to be doing, and that is two-wheeling around the track. So it makes it very, very fun, but should help us in our championship hunt here, as I think the next two tracks are not quite as good for us as this one and Silverstone have been. Obviously, we're doing pretty good, but if I remember correctly, which two are next up on the schedule, we're not quite as good at those as we are here. So, definitely liking to take the win here, and we're going to get an extra point with the fastest lap. We are the winners. Yes, there we are. Yeah, I'm not sure. It might look a little bit crisper. I really can't tell from just me looking at the game. But it seems like it might be a little bit on the crispier side, graphics-wise, but I'm not sure. So obviously we win. We got Chug there in second, Bond in third, Blackwood having a terrible race as he falls back to fourth, McDowell staying in fifth as usual, and Matt Lube in sixth in the ABT car there. And there we go in the point stands. We continue to lead with a pretty sizable lead over Chug. Blackwood kind of falling back there by 1 point, so it's pretty close between us. Bond in the quaff, and McDowell and Matt Love probably unlikely to be able to get to us by the end of the season. We got Hussein still currently leading in the Bentley. We got Pancake. Audi Pro, Pancake guy there. He is not doing good, but it is all over the place in the Pro Series. So I think the Bentley has got this thing pretty much wrapped up, but pretty good parity there in the Pro Series. And then, of course, in GTS, DeFries, whatever. The guy in the McLaren, he's doing pretty good. We got Shred in the other McLaren, he's in second. We got Clink or Clunk in the Lister GTS, who's in third. And then the rest of the guys probably not going to be able to make it very far in the championship standings. So, pretty cool. If you want to keep me happy, just keep doing that. You got it, boss. We will try to definitely do that, and we could win the championship. That's very true. That's what we're hoping. Yes, so Talamaring, or the Austrian Talladega, is where we're heading to next. This is not a fun track when you are racing it on a computer that has delay in the inputs. Not a fun track to race. But if you have a computer that's actually running the game as good as this one is, it's actually a very fun track to run. So that's where we're going to be going to. So I did some checking, and I honestly cannot find anything on a Springfield Raceway in America other than a Springfield Raceway that is a 1/4 mile dirt track. That's the only thing that I could find. So I'm not sure what happened to that track, if there's anything, if it was fictional or not. Honestly, I don't know on that. And also, like this one here, I'm not sure if this is real or fictional, as I've never been able to find anything on this track either. So I'm guessing that some of these might be fictional tracks, but as I said, I don't know for sure. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments. I can't find anything on these two tracks that we're racing at today. So if you can find anything, let me know in the comments. I am actually pretty interested in that. So just leave that down in the comments for me to see. Don't leave any links. Don't do the link stuff. Just leave me comments down in the section giving me some info if you have any. But as far as I know, these two racetracks may just be fictional. So that's what we got going on. Heading into the race here. Obviously, we're doing pretty good for not qualifying or any practice. So let's see what we can do here as they send us right into the wall at the start. I forgot about that typical nonsense that they did. So let's see what we can do and accomplish here at the Austrian Talladega. Obviously, it has no look alike of Talladega whatsoever, but hey, for my pronunciation skills, that's not even a word. For my pronouncing skills, that sounds a bit better. We're going to go with the Austrian Talladega. I think that'll work out just a bit better. So anyways, we're kind of falling back here just a bit as I messed up the first turn. These have a lot of flat turns, which is not my favorite in any game. That's my... okay, whatever. Apparently the crew chief thinks that I have a beef with my teammate, so we'll just go with that. And then this, the worst turn known to man, right there. That is... I hate that turn. That is one of my least favorite turns on any circuit. Well, that one too. That whole combo isn't my favorite. This one right here, once we get into this whole section like this, if you have a loose race car though, oh boy, your car will come out from underneath you, and it is not a fun experience whatsoever. Ooh, yep, right there. Hit that little curve. Not good. Don't want to do that. And hit the wall. Even worse. So yeah, on this particular track with handling and the speed that we have in this car, these next two tracks, if I'm remembering them correctly from the previous careers that I've run in the past, are not favorable to us in this particular car. So we've got to grab what we can get here, as the rest of the class is going to be running away from us pretty good here at this particular track. So we got to get up there and see what we do. We got Chug getting the first fastest lap currently. We just set a new lap record in our car. Apparently that doesn't count. That's hilarious. Forgot about that feature in this game. We got track records, but then they get the leaders get the fastest lap, but you set the record of the track. It's funny how that works. Alright, so we've left our Audi teammate behind here. We're chasing down Noble Racing McDowell from Love's Truck Stops. Obviously he's gone racing international, so good for him and Noble Racing, being able to continue that partnership throughout the globe apparently. Love the sound of that car too. It has a very unique sound to it that no other car has, and that's what's neat, is all the cars have their own unique sounds and have their each individual quirks of how they handle. I mean, that is just, for when this game came out, which is like 2000 to 2002 is what the copyright range was if you look at the loading screen. The features in this game were definitely some of the sharpest up-to-date features in a racing game ever at the time. Obviously not necessarily sim-worthy, but still for any game at the time it was pretty on the edge of up-to-dateness. Definitely really cool, and I'm not sure if I don't know enough about it to say it's groundbreaking, but it's definitely cool features. I would assume it was groundbreaking for the time, but as I said, I don't remember all the info on that to make that particular statement. But for me, when I first got this game and I was playing around with my siblings and stuff, it was definitely a groundbreaking game for me then. So definitely fun. So it says 3 laps remaining. One thing about this track, it is almost impossible to get yourself lapped by the pros, even in a 5-lap sprint, because it is that tough of a track. It's pretty slow for a lot of these guys, and so it takes a while for them to get to you. Ooh, you gotta watch the mini-map there, and you can watch them have troubles as one of the pro guys got hit into the wall or something. He just stopped and then had to get back going there, so that's pretty interesting. Another thing is the environments of these tracks too. Obviously you got the crowds of people, just kind of stick plaster people here and there. It's pretty cool, pretty good graphics for the time. You got the nice big rocks and the tree graphics. I mean, just really cool. I don't think I've ever had an issue where like you're falling through the map or anything like that, or where you got stuck outside of the racetrack. I don't think I've had any issues with that before in this game. I don't totally remember though off the top of my head, but I think there's been a few times where it's like you got stuck. That's usually because we were doing stupid stuff with this game that we probably shouldn't have been doing, but nothing that really broke the game. So kind of nice that this game, when it came out, and then this current version that just right off the disc, no updates, no Wi-Fi needed to update the game, it was the game. The game was ready to go, compared to the nonsense that we have to deal with nowadays, with people being lazy and just saying, oh, we'll just patch that after release. It's like, how about you actually work on the game, give us a game that works, and don't rely on network updates and stuff. It's like, make the game good. Because if you make the game good from the start, guess what? Well, you're more likely to buy DLC stuff later on, especially if the DLC is as good as content as the original game, and you will make more money and build a good franchise. But watching a lot of stuff on newer games, whether it's EA or obviously the NASCAR debacle that has been, yeah, not good. So obviously that's what I'm kind of looking for from iRacing with the new NASCAR game, is a good game. Definitely want a good game to come right out of the gates. So definitely looking forward to seeing what they have going into that. The paint booth stuff, this or that, sounds kind of interesting. So obviously with like consoles and stuff, not sure how you can do like I guess the paint scheme share or something like that. Paint share, I'm not sure what that wording is. It's in iRacing, but not sure if that would work. But it does sound like they're going to be at least working on the paint booth, which is pretty cool. So you gotta watch out for getting lapped through this section, because getting wrecked out by the faster cars will destroy your race, and you will not like it. Not like it at all. And we can obviously hope for that these guys will knock one of our competitors out so we can get a top 3, which I don't think is going to happen. So yeah, just this race, not one of the better tracks for this particular car. And not one of my better tracks in-game, although with the right car it's a fun track, but not one of my favorites, all things considered. So we're going to come home 4th here. Not going to be our best effort, but still a fun one. Nonetheless, there goes Joe Gibbs. Another lap record made, that's funny. Alrighty, get up. So this is one thing that happens when you sign out of the game and then come back in. You have to redo all of this to get your track record stuff set. So once you're in game, though, it'll be fine and work fine. So there we go. Take a look at what we got going on. We continue to lead the standings by 1 point over Blackwood, my nemesis. So the next race will be us dueling it back and forth for the duel of the fates to try and become champion of the GT series. Basically, DeFries there in McLaren, he's got that all taken up in GTS, and then Hussein in the Bentley, he's basically done. He is champion already, so just crown him king and we are good to go. But Baker here in the Panaz, he's done a good job coming up through the ranks, and he could potentially get that second spot there from Valima in the Audi Pro there. And Pancake there in the other Audi Pro, he ended up falling back there as well. So some pretty good battles going on there for the championship. Alright, so our crew chief there is a little disappointed with us, but we got ourselves locked in for a top 3 result for the championship, I guess, because we definitely did not have a top 3 result there for the race. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but yep, here it is. My worst track in this game, other than the Japanese track, and that is Hakarim. Not my favorite track at all. Which I just noticed that this is the track on its side inside of a triangle. Interesting. I always thought it was like one of those old-style dirt modifieds. I always kind of thought it was that, because you can kind of see the front nose and then the wheel well in the fender. That's what I always thought that the logo for Hakamarine was. That's interesting. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Obviously, we're going to be heading to the championship race next time, and hopefully getting ourselves a new ride for Season 2, which, if we move up the rankings, we should potentially get ourselves a few extra races for the season, which will make things a bit more interesting. But anyways, that's going to be it for today, guys, on the Combustion Gamer 2 channel. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys here next time in TIR. Bye bye.